Old people vote more than anybody. Their demographic crushes the rest when it comes to voter participation. And who comes in last time after time? You guessed it, young people. Since voting age was lowered from 21 to 18 back in 1970, there's been almost a steady decline in youth voter participation. And that's a problem because studies have shown that voting is habit forming. People who start voting as soon as they're eligible generally keep it up throughout their lives. People who don't start early are less likely to pick it up later. You could say that part of boomers' high participation rate is because their voting habit was formed back when involvement was consistently higher.
So, how do we get youth voter habits to that level?
First thing, boost community awareness. Back in the day, media was a lot more homogenous. Everybody basically watched the same 5 channels and read the same 5 newspapers. So if there was an election going on, it was everywhere. Everybody knew what was happening, which is likely why past voter rates were so high. But as time went by, technology curated the information we were receiving, sometimes without us even realizing it, which definitely fractured that baseline of universal information. And I'm sure campaign managers probably think they can reach youth on social media, but let's be real, you can't just pop an ad on TikTok and then all of a sudden I'm gonna care about roads. That's why year after year, the #1 factor driving youth participation is
reaching out to people. Word of mouth is actually bigger than I thought it would be because it landed me on TVO.
That's right, good old-fashioned word of mouth. Family, friends, teachers, campus outreach, you name it. One of the best things you can do for democracy is tell your friends you're voting and drag them along with you. Second thing, embrace a little bureaucracy. A 2015 youth survey found that one of the greatest hurdles to voting was access. Youth were less likely to receive a voter card in the mail, and they were less aware of the ways to register to vote. So how do you get that voter card? As soon as you turn 14, request to be added to the Register of Future Electors. Then when you're 18, you'll automatically be added to the National Register of Electors. Then before each election, you'll get a voter card that tells you exactly when, where, and how to vote. Another way is, and this might sound crushingly adult, but file your taxes. The biggest source of info for the Register of Future Electors is the Canadian Revenue Agency. So no matter what your summer job is, if you file your taxes and check off that Elections Canada box, you'll be automatically added to the list. And no, it doesn't mean your parents are gonna have to pay more money in taxes. Kids are allowed to make up to $15K before it affects anything. In fact, you might actually make money on a tax refund, or if you're 19, a GST, HST credit. Free money, am I right?